Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
I believe we have representatives from 4 different charter schools. Is that correct?
Yeah, we had 4, and time constraints on their side took them out of the picture.
It's all right.
Well, we've been running late because frankly, the kids have been so interesting to talk to and the adults as well. But thank you for hanging around to talk to us. Tell us about your schools.
Well, so I'm the director of the Albuquerque Sign Language Academy. It's the video you just saw. So we're a school that one of a kind, we think, where we have hearing kids and deaf kids and kids who need American Sign Language all in the same space in a dual language program that leverages American Sign Language with English so that all kids are integrated. That's
everybody is bilingual?
I'm sorry?
Everybody is bilingual.
Right. Everyone, exactly. Everyone controls both American Sign Language and English to their abilities.
But how did this school start? Was there a perceived need?
Yeah, and if you know anything about kind of the history of deaf education, usually you see a lot of, historically, you see a lot of segregation where when children are born deaf, they're taken to a deaf school away from their families and immersed in the deaf community, it was good for a while, but when they come back, there's disconnect, resources, families can't sign. So out of a very grassroots movement, a bunch of families got together and created a system where deaf children can go to school with their hearing siblings and work together to learn.
And it was essential to be a charter school to make that happen?
Yeah, we tried to run it through the comprehensive district, tried to run the idea through them back in the day, and there were just no takers of the idea. So it was a motivated group of parents, really good-hearted educators. We had some political clout at the time that really pushed this idea through, and we were able to make it happen.
How long ago was this?
We're in our 9th year of operation.
Are you secure now? Are you in jeopardy every year?
No, we're in a good place right now. In New Mexico, we have to go through charter renewal every 5 years. So every 5th year, it does get a little bit nerve-wracking. You have to do some things to the state. We think we're in good standing, but depending on the political climate where you land, it could be a bit precarious, I think.
Can we hear about the other charter school?
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Charlotte. I'm the executive director over at South Valley Preparatory School. We are a small middle charter school. We used to be part of the district. We used to have a pilot middle school project that went on at the Albuquerque Public School District that was later on cut because of political reasons. I'm gonna say, and so we, at the time, had a group of families and kids that were in a particular neighborhood that did not have access to safe middle school environment, and so we basically took the model of what we were doing and wrote a charter. And again, we were opened at the same time Rafe School was. So we've been in operation for 9 years. We focus a lot on, so the mission of our school obviously is to be a small, safe middle school environment where kids are successful both academically and socially, emotionally. So we push a lot of health and wellness initiatives for our kids and kind of do a 360 health and wellness program for them.
So who are your students? Where do they come from?
Our kids come from all over Albuquerque, but primarily from the South Valley of Albuquerque, which is kind of right on the fringe of the city limits in the county. So we have 156 kids right now. I will say, like Rafe, your operation is always dependent on the political climate of New Mexico, which is a little scary. I think also that a lot of times schools are often in positions where whether or not they're renewed is based on student grades, which is based on student park testing, which we don't all agree about. And So it's a difficult situation to be in, but it is our reality. So it's something that we talk about and have conversations about a lot.
Just quickly, do you think having an association of independent charter schools will make you stronger?
Absolutely, I think so, Rafe.
Yeah, I would think anything that's rooted in that idea that charters need to be independently operated as to the needs of their community. I think if that's the philosophy we want to live by, and I think when there's a solidarity around that idea, I think we have a fighting chance for sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Before we go to Iris, John, this is what we were talking about earlier. When I hear about schools like the Sign Language Academy and just the mindset of a group of people in the community who had decided that they wanted to, as a nonprofit organization, engage in education and have the ability to do that. In some of my comments earlier when I was talking a little bit about for-profit entities, there's a difference between a nonprofit and for-profit for these very purposes. They're doing it because they want to do it because there's a need to do it.
But financial transparency is essential.
Of course. Those public dollars require that. So